In Britain, we build Land Rovers to enjoy the countryside. And in Germany, they build V8s to destroy autobahns. So of course, the sensible thing to do is to combine them. This off-road racing Land Rover wasn't built for the tarmac. Today though, I'm finding out how it handles the public road. I'm Jack Westhead, and this might be the scariest road test of 2026. Okay, here we go, boys. Okay. That is so addictive. Oh, to shift that way. I don't know why you don't just drive this every day. It's like a drug.
I need to remortgage my house on the fuel economy.
Initially, me and Jordan had planned to do this off-road during the Sponsors Day, where those who helped build this weapon were able to join the Yellow Peril team for some passenger laps.
Got some neck in you. I'm getting a shirt to fit.
Right down, you're going to get under that on your neck. On the top of harness.
A big part of these events is navigating around the track. So you either have a map or you do a track walk beforehand, and then just giving instructions as we go, keeping an eye out for what's going on. One in front of you, but two, what's going on behind you, making sure that the engine's not getting too hot, making sure the fans go on, and absolutely ripping off.
Well, Jordan is clearly having a lot of fun. This much abuse will lead to parts failing, as you can see here.
I think I might have found my problem.
So instead, we thought it would be hilarious to take this Land Rover with a BMW V8 out on the road once he mended it.
Pull the top of the door in and just... There you go.
First time in a set of harnesses, Jordan. So just drive?
Yep.
Alright,
If you press 1 and 2,
is to lock it in.
that just locks out first gear then.
Do I need that though, or just leave it in normal modes?
Up to you, yeah.
Oh, it sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got a bit of travel on the brake pedal. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, Jordan, the V8 has how much brake horsepower?
About 360.
360, and newton meters of torque?
I don't know. The guy who did the tuning said numbers are a load of rubbish. He says if you want a good race car, he says let me just play with it.
Yeah, that ZF box is so smooth when it's doing normal stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a nice luxury car almost. Not.
No, that is Rolls-Royce level smoothness on the gearbox. So if I want to shift, can I just take over?
So pull it back this way.
Okay, cool. How long before it takes over again?
I'm not sure, it's like a period of like 20 or 30 seconds or something. And it is, it's changing for itself again now.
It's just so much torque, and actually it provides the power in a really smooth manner. I can only imagine what this must feel like when you're off-road and absolutely hammering it around those corners.
That's where it's designed to be.
Give, hasn't it? Ooh, okay. That is so addictive. Oh, to shift that way. I don't know why you don't just drive this every day.
Yeah.
It's like a drug.
I need to remortgage my house on the fuel economy.
Yes, it drinks fuel like Jeremy Clarkson drinks beer, frequently and in worrying quantities, but the good news is everything under the bonnet is built to last.
You're saying making it strong?
So when we put the new engine in, I want to make sure everything is as good as it can be. So like the BMW pulleys are notoriously rubbish.
Right.
So in order to make them better, what we did was we machined all new ones up and put trailer wheel bearings in, so they're less likely to fly off, because if that flies off, you then haven't got a water pump, you cook your engine.
Game over.
It's just trying to make things stronger. You had to extend all these because this engine was an inch longer than the old one, because it's got the Vanos, which is the altering, I think it's about 20 degrees on the inlet cam. Yeah, just trying to make everything so solid that it doesn't come apart.
Your fan system, you used to have like stage 1, stage 2.
Yes.
Is it automatic now?
Yeah, they come in on thermostats here, but we also have it in the ECU that they'll come in if the thermostat doesn't work.
Right, okay.
So these will kick in at, I think, 92, and then the secondary one at 94 degrees, something like that.
Yep.
Which is quite hot, but then it's all scooped from the front, because if you look round the tunnelling in the car, this is all ducting towards the radiator.
Yep.
And under here is, if you look
So
under
is there a
that's-
scoop here?
So that's a scoop for all the radiator air. So the roof is like a false roof almost.
No way.
Because if I turn the fans on now, that becomes like a hoover. It sucks everything in.
Got ya.
So then you're not putting ever hot air into
Into your
the
engine.
radiator. So
Okay.
it's always cool air. Which
So
then
actually, the faster you go, the better it is.
it is. It forces the cold air, and then it comes out through. You can see it gets hot because it melts all
Melts all the plastics.
Yeah.
And then what about your battery system?
gel battery that's in the front.
Like, does that run everything?
Runs
The battery-
everything.
Okay.
Apart from, we even have like cigarette lighter charger for when we're doing stage rallies. So the navigator, instead of using rally clocks now, they use apps on our phone.
Yep.
So he can plug it in and he can be tapping the mileage and timings. Like you saw, the dashboard now is an old Samsung phone, which Bluetooth runs from the.
It works really good, actually. I was surprised.
It's quite good. Even little things like friends of mine have 3D printed me up a new ECU box with Yellow Peril Racing on, just to be sad.
That's smart. No, it's smart. It all matches. Do you know what? I should have brought one of my stickers. I didn't think to bring it.
You should.
Oops.
So under the bonnet is, so it runs a low pressure pump which feeds a swirl pot, and then the swirl pot never. So even though it's a foam filled tank, going around corners or on cameras, you can sometimes miss picking up fuel.
Right.
So then it's an Impreza high pressure pump which runs in the.
So you never
swirl
get
pot.
fuel starvation, basically,
No,
is
so
what you're saying.
you're always running 2 fuel pumps. So this is the tank is made for the car.
Yep.
That's filled with foam. It then feeds the swirl pot, which has an immersible high pressure pump in there. Yeah, and that's just the small pump that feeds the swirl pot, just to keep that topped up.
Okay.
Because
So
the steering gets so hot, you've got coolers for the steering. It's a quickened and lightened steering box. They like drill the spool to lighten it up a bit. But then
okay.
even down the sides here, in here, this is intake for another cooler. That's engine oil cooler with a fan underneath that blows out downwards.
Oh, to extract.
And
hot
then,
air.
so that's to cool the engine oil. The
Yep.
other side we've got the same for gearbox, so keep the gearbox cool.
Wow.
And that's all temperature done by the ECU. So
Oh, so it's just it knows what it needs to do.
in theory, you can just sort of drive it and let it do its own thing, like cooling wise.
Yeah, because it was quite panicky the first time I went out with you. And you're like, you got to watch the rear camera to make sure there's no one coming up behind you. You got to check the temperatures for your fans, and you got to check the battery because there was no alternator before, so we had to make sure that we didn't run out of juice. Yeah, so
There's
you've
a lot
taken
to
a
do.
lot of the stresses out now.
I think the alternator was there last time, it just wasn't functioning properly. I think we were getting
Right.
too much sand in it, weren't we, and water,
Was it?
which was like kicking it out.
Because you had like 2 batteries, didn't you? Like
Yeah.
you had a backup battery just in case.
When we go racing, we take spares of virtually everything. Yeah.
Well, you need
Spare
to.
steering
Anything
box.
can break, can't it? And was there anything on the car that you felt like that needs to be improved or changed for the next race, or is it all good now?
I want to look at flow rate on the power steering pump.
Yeah.
Because we got a quickened steering box. Sometimes it struggles to keep the power in the power steering pump when you're really trying to catch a slide.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the next thing to work on.
And when you changed the drive shaft, because you broke it on the last event,
Yeah, so that
did you do both or just the one?
I did both. New discs, new swivels, new CVs. They're all from Ashcroft.
Maybe you want to talk us through a few of the sponsors that helped build the truck.
So there's a lot of good people who've helped us. All the wiring harness for the new ECU and engine was done by Auto Sparky of Steve Chambers in Wales. We have Kev from Station MOT, who's a BMW specialist. He built the engine for us, which is the 4.6 single Vanos BMW V8 from the M Sport X5. Hammersmith Works, he's been a good long-term friend. Yeah, Hammersmith Works, we've got J&A Building Services, we've got Black Magic Performance, PVE Engineering, who did all the rolling road work for us. I'm probably forgetting some. Jeffrey Harris Tyres, who do all our tyres and changeovers. Alabaston alternators and starters. There's heaps of people, and then even people who come along and do videos such as yourself, Jack.
There's a lot to think about, but it's just, this is pure fun. Oh, wow. When you're racing, are you left foot braking or are you right foot braking?
No, I don't. My legs are too long, I can't get it over.
I don't think I can't actually fit my left leg over it.
And I have to hook my right leg over to the side a bit.
Yeah, because I find my toe catches if I'm...
Yeah.
Probably should have worn some slightly skinnier shoes, but...
That's where the racing shoes do help, because you've got quite narrow...
It really wants to pick up.
It's got enough go now.
It's got so much go.
Compared to the old engine, it's chalk and cheese.
Well, I did sit in the last one, but when you compare it to like being off-road and you're spinning the tyres a lot, it's hard to kind of conceptualise how fast it can actually go. So do you find wet and dry conditions very different then?
Yeah, so I think wet you just spend a lot of time spinning. It's not geared very high, so I think if you ever could on a rolling road like max out the revs in top gear, be like 124.
Yeah.
Whereas normally 6th gear max speed is about 75 miles an hour, which is plenty for racing, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
It's actually wider than you think, this car.
Yeah.
It's wider than a normal car. You're driving it well, man. Yeah.
Happy with it? I would drive harder, but I don't know the road, and there's a lot to get used to. It's such a visceral experience. I don't really know how wide it is, so I'd rather
got
just
loads
be
of room here, to be honest.
cautious.
Yeah.
It prefers to be driven hard.
Yeah. You got to put your big boy pants on when you're driving it.
Yeah. I'm lost for words. Sometimes it gets a bit vibrating, I'm not sure if it's meant to be or not.
Yeah, there's lots of transmission clunking and stuff that goes on with it.
Suspension wise, do you have to change the setup for each race or no?
No, we have it set for, so spring weights are done on the weight of each corner of the car.
Okay.
And the valving is done so that you in effect have internal bump stops inside the shock absorbers by having like flutter stacks, so that when you're running over soft little bumps and it gets stiffer, like the air shock, the harder you like taking a landing or whatever.
Yeah.
So it feels really bumpy the slower you go over bumps. The faster you go, everything gets much smoother.
Yeah, the suspension just, then it really engages. How often are you going through a set of pads and discs?
So beforehand I would do sometimes a set of pads every 6 laps, so like by the end of the day we were gone through. But with this gearbox now I use the engine braking a lot, so like the last race they were getting hot, the brakes, but they didn't seem to eat through as much.
Where am I going now? Should we turn around and go back?
Yeah, I think spin around here.
Okay. Are you clear your way?
I can't see yet.
I can't see either.
Yep.
Will it make it round?
Should do. Just drive up the bank if not.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll go up that?
Yeah.
Wow, look at it go. We did some off-roading.
The worst thing is when you're laid underneath it trying to fix something, the dirt's now dried and it's all crumbling,
into your eyes.
Going in your ears, down your sleeves. Which is horrible. These are the kill switches, so if you ever roll or something and something goes wrong with the car,
You can just pull that.
they can pull that and that will kill all the electrics, all the fuel and everything.
What about brake balance? Is it just 50-50 or how do you run that?
Yeah, so it is 50-50. I dip all these in zinc passivating,
Right.
so
Keep
they
it
never
all
go
nice.
rusty. New discs on the front which are drilled, grooved, vented. Yeah, so these are air shocks. So that's a progressive shock, so it gets stiffer and harder as it goes in more. So it's almost like trying to hold the car up. So you can run these cars, if you get these right,
Yep.
you can run them without a spring.
Oh, really?
But I don't like that, just in case you blow one shock, then you've got nothing.
No, you got nothing.
Whereas
yeah.
at least with a spring, it just still holds the car off the bump stops.
Got you.
The springs are only just strong enough just to hold it off to get the ride height correct. That's the only thing a spring does, really.
Yeah.
Everything suspension.
If you need it to be.
Pressure in there that's a nitrogen remote reservoir. And then on the back we have twin emulsion shocks. One's a coilover and one's just a shock.
And how often are you having to service these?
So these are all coming off in next week,
Okay.
and they'll all be rebuilt.
Oh, full rebuild on
Yeah,
them.
so you change your oils in them, and maybe change the shim stacks, things like that.
Okay, got you.
Just to try and, because I'm getting a little bit where I'm compressing the back sometimes, because as I'm starting to drive harder with it,
Yep.
compressing the back, kicking the back of the car up a little bit.
Okay.
I want to try and
So you don't want it
dial
to
out.
rebound so much. You want it to stay a bit more level.
So normally the car, if you're hitting something normal, like a normal jump,
Yep.
it will land and it won't bounce,
Yep.
which is perfect.
But you're finding the rear end's coming up a
When
bit.
I'm hitting real compressions, like because it's coming up too fast and then rebounding too hard, so it's
Right.
like, so if I can slow the coming up
Yep.
and slow the coming down slightly, like almost stiffen the valving, hopefully it won't give me that, because it's a horrible feeling when you go up in the air and you start looking
You
at the
start
front.
looking down towards the floor.
I know.
Actually, I felt like that. One of the laps we did, like we did start to come over a crest. The first one I did, and I was just like, "That is so scary."
Yeah.
You think it would be scary coming up, but it's not. It's definitely when you start seeing
It's when
ground.
you go, hey. Yeah,
So those getting rebuilt. Is there anything else that's on the to-do list for rebuilding?
yeah, so changing the power steering up. I've got a list of all the different things I'm going to try and do. I need to send the data log back from the ECU back to the tuning man, so he can then look through it and see if he can sharpen up, because I want to take out some of the blip on the downshift.
Okay.
Because normally a car with the electronic throttle body, as you downshift, it go whoom, like to rev match.
Yeah.
That actually, because you want the shift so fast down and you're trying to slow so quickly, it almost feels like it accelerates you in the downshift.
Okay.
So I've dialed some of that out, but I want to take that back even
Bit more. Yep.
And also want to see if he can now work out that when I've got my foot on the brake, that's giving a signal to the ECU to say I can now downshift. Even faster.
Yep.
So like a braking downshift is, whereas it's different if you're just rolling a downshift around the corner, you don't want it to snatch, because then you can lose the
No,
back.
you want it to be smooth.
So
Yeah.
it's just little things like that. Shocks rebuilt, bushes are all shot, so that'll be Super Pro bushes going back in. New mirror. That came off.
That came off after we was on the road.
Wiper linkage you need to sort out. Centre bearing. And then need to do some tyre changeovers and that, because we're racing. The next race will be on different tyres.
Well, these aren't horrendous, but the rears are completely
Shot.
shot.
Yeah. Just too much wheel spinning. And I think it's an old tyre, the rubber's gone hard.
Yeah, it looks a bit.
These
that
have
way.
Kevlar sidewalls, so it's good for impact or like lacerations from rocks.
Yeah, it's so easy to do. Some of the gravel stages, massive gravel rocks, going to tear through anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it really.
Thanks everybody for watching. This has been Yellow Peril with Jordan. Thanks to all the sponsors. We listed you out in the on the drive. I know builds like this take so much work and effort, so thank you to everybody that's been part of the build. Thanks for Jordan for letting us have a go, and let's see how much racing Jordan can fit in this year, and obviously climbing up the table at the moment with all that extra power
Yeah, we'll see.
and grip. No, good stuff.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jordan.